All right, so we're diving deep today into something a lot of you have been asking about, uh, AI and the future of work.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It is a huge topic, and we've been digging into some research
Yeah.
that gets into the nitty-gritty of how AI is changing things up in the professional world.
Yeah, how it's actually playing out, not just the hype.
Exactly. We want to get past the headlines and,
Yeah.
and really understand, okay, what's the real impact here?
Right.
And the core question we're grappling with today is, with all this AI development, are we really heading toward a world with way fewer jobs, or is there something else going on?
I think that's the worry a lot of people have, right? That
Yeah.
it's all going to be automated.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's jump right in.
Yeah.
One of the first things that jumps out when you start looking into this is that there's this understandable concern about AI taking over jobs, especially those kinds of repetitive tasks, things that can be easily automated.
Right. And we are seeing that to some extent already, right? Like data entry positions, a lot of basic customer service stuff, even some administrative roles. Those are being impacted. And some companies are seeing some workforce reduction in those areas.
Okay, but here's what I found interesting in the research we've been looking at.
Yeah.
It seems like the bigger picture isn't necessarily about mass job loss,
Right.
but more like a fundamental shift in what work looks like.
Exactly. It's not just that jobs are going away. It's that the nature of work is changing.
Right.
And the skills that are going to be needed are going to be different.
And I think that's actually a really important point, because it's easy to get caught up in that fear of, like, robots are coming for our job.
Or robots are taking over.
Yeah, but the research suggests it's more nuanced than that.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that they highlight is this idea that AI is actually becoming a collaborator in the workplace. Like, it's not just replacing us, it's working alongside us.
Yeah, and this is happening in all sorts of industries now.
Yeah, like, for instance, the source talks about marketing teams using AI for, really detailed customer segmentation.
Oh, yeah.
That helps them target their campaigns much more effectively.
And it's something that humans just couldn't do on that scale,
Right.
AI can crunch those numbers so much faster and identify those patterns.
And it frees up the marketers to focus on the creative strategy, the messaging, the big picture stuff.
Right, the human element, that's still so crucial.
Absolutely.
And, that human touch is really what AI can't replicate.
And it's interesting because a lot of this AI integration is becoming so seamless that we almost don't even notice it.
Right, it's like this invisible partner working in the background.
Exactly. The source uses that term, invisible partner. And it's like, think about those algorithms that filter your spam emails.
Right.
Now they're being applied to things like drafting responses to emails or scheduling meetings automatically.
Yeah, like you said, we don't even realize it's happening half the time.
It's just making our lives easier and more efficient.
It's boosting productivity without us having to completely change how we work.
And this leads to another really important point, which is that AI is actually empowering employees in a lot of ways. Like, it's giving them the ability to do things that maybe they couldn't do before because of time constraints or, lack of certain skills or the sheer complexity of the task.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. A marketing associate can now run sophisticated A/B tests.
Right.
Which used to be something you needed a whole team of data scientists for.
Exactly. Or a salesperson can generate these really detailed reports instantly without having to spend hours compiling data.
And content creators can optimize their work for search engines using AI tools.
It's democratizing access to these really powerful capabilities.
It really is.
And I think that's a really exciting aspect of it.
Yeah.
So it seems like the real takeaway here is that AI in the workplace is more about redefining jobs and augmenting human capabilities rather than just eliminating jobs altogether.
Right. And the companies that are going to succeed in the future are going to be the ones that embrace that.
So what are some of the things that companies should be doing to prepare for this shift?
Well, the source emphasizes the importance of investing in reskilling and upskilling employees.
Okay.
So basically helping them develop the skills they need to work effectively with AI.
Right.
Because the goal is to create this collaborative environment where humans and machines are working together.
Yeah, like a true partnership.
Exactly, a synergy that drives innovation and growth.
So it sounds like the future of work with AI isn't necessarily this doom and gloom scenario of mass unemployment.
No, not at all.
It's more like an opportunity to create workplaces that are more adaptable, more efficient, and ultimately more human-centered.
Right, because ultimately it's about leveraging AI to enhance our capabilities, not replace us.
And the organizations that understand that view AI as an empowering tool rather than a threat, those are the ones that are going to be best positioned to thrive in this new landscape. So for all of you listening out there, it's worth thinking about how these shifts might impact your own work.
Yeah.
What new skills might you want to start developing?
Right.
How can you adapt your approach to stay ahead of the curve?
It's definitely something to consider as AI becomes more and more integrated into our professional lives.
And that's something we'll continue to explore here on The Deep Dive.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure.